There's a lot of discussion going on about the young lady that unalived her manager. There are people on different sides. Some people are saying, well, she pushed her to the limit and people are stressed and, the economy is bad and she kept sending her home. There are other people on the other side that are saying she did nothing to lose her life and, she shouldn't have been taken out like that. The girl should have had some self-control. One thing rings true. Two people were not aware of each other's mental state. The manager was not aware of that girl's mental state, and the girl was not aware of her manager's mental state. Meaning, the manager, she should have had enough wherewithal to say, you know what, this person is a crash out. See, that's why you got to have the gift of discernment. You have to have the gift of discernment. And I'm not saying that it's this woman's fault that she's gone. Just follow me. Always be mindful that you could be the very person that pushed somebody else over the edge. It's not necessary. Your goal is to make it home safe. A black girl said, the one that ended her manager's life, she said she was being racist. Now, a lot of times when I hear black people say another black person is being racist, normally they're tying that into not liking who they are as a person or whatever they assume to be or whatever the gender or whatever. You get what I'm saying? Like, if she's saying that her manager was racist towards her, but they're both black, I think that she probably meant like whatever her gender identity is or something tied into that sick, twisted world. You get what I'm saying? So either way it goes, that woman lost her life. She had, 6 children, and God rest her soul. But you know what? That just goes to show you do not know the mental state of people. And you can, but there are signs. There are signs there for sure. Like the girl she had the weird hair. She listened to certain kind of music. She did these little weird odds and ends things. And maybe her perception of how the manager was managing her was assumed to be bullying because she felt like she was being picked on. But a couple of the videos have surfaced of her doing TikToks and stuff while she's at work. Now, if you're doing TikToks and you're supposed to be working, if I'm the manager, I'm going to say, hey, you don't need to do that. You need to be working. So perhaps she received it as bullying. And nowadays, anybody could say anybody is bullying. There were some videos I did on here and it was like, oh, that's harassment, that's bullying. And it's not. I'm just stating the facts. So people don't like the truth. I hate that this happened. This is a sad situation all around. There's so many stories coming out where people are crashing out. Really, they're losing control and they are ending people's lives prematurely. And it is just a sad situation that we're in. And I'm talking about as part of certain communities, they would say, oh, those people do that or those people do that. No. People in general, Black, white, Mexican, it don't matter who you are. They are crashing out, and it's because they lack self-control. They have no self-discipline, and a lot of these people haven't been taught. They haven't been taught to be patient. They haven't been taught to endure. And I think it's really important that people get a spirit of endurance in them so they can endure another day. Or they can say, you know what, instead of doing this, I'm just going to go ahead and leave, or I'm going to go ahead and find another job, or I'm just going to trust God. It's never been a more important time in the history of mankind to have a walk with the Lord. It is essential because not only do you need to have a walk with the Lord to have the Spirit of God, but you need the protection of God. Remember, the Bible says, forget not all of his benefits. Don't forget his benefits. And part of his benefits is supernatural protection. Part of his benefits is that intuition, which is not intuition, is discernment. It shows you, it teaches you like, hey, don't talk to this person no more. It tells you to kind of back up, or it makes you late for an event, whatever it is. God offers supernatural protection. I hate that the lady is gone, and I hate that the young lady felt like she had to do that. It's just a sad situation.